Coach, just looking at this update on Grayson, where's he at with the knee?
Yeah, I think they just got some imaging done. I'll leave it at, you know, right knee here, Zay's left shoulder here. So they're just evaluating today, and we'll get more news about it. Doesn't seem extreme, but it was just such a weird play of Grayson kind of stepped on someone's foot. But yeah, we'll hope for the best, and we'll know more soon.
Then obviously getting individual work done. So how much of was Jalen and Devin able to do in that role?
Yeah, same, Dwayne. They're just continuing to go. Definitely saw Book and Jalen both in there. And they're part of our practice, film and recovery stuff. So they're still in that same spot, day to day. We'll learn more as the day progresses and tomorrow.
Curious with now that the trade is official, just your thoughts on both sides, moving Nick and Nigel, but then getting guys in return.
Yeah, we'll stick today. When those guys come, we talk more about them when they come. But Nigel and Nick, I think they're such great teammates. They were part of the good vibes that we have going. Incredible workers. Even when they were there out of the rotation, they were super helpful for our group, playing in the Stay Ready runs, being involved with our group, even in games. Nick has great NBA experience, and Nigel obviously has played at high levels around the world. So those guys being involved in our group, were super helpful to where we are right now. That's the human element that I don't think anyone can really anticipate how it feels when that news happens and when you go talk to them and then when you break it to the team. Like, all that stuff happened shoot around yesterday. So excited for them to now they get to go and play some more, and they'll be ready to play because they have been working.
When are you expecting to get Anthony and Coffee?
Yeah, we hope some of that happens today. Obviously we play tomorrow. We have 3 left, so obviously as soon as possible will be best. Tomorrow game day, we'll hope to have shoot around and see where they're at.
The reason I ask is because Anthony, he got bought out of his contract the last time when he got traded and went on to Milwaukee. There's so many things going on in trades. Is that a concern or issue with him?
No, there's no issue. I just think that's all what happens around this time of year. When you get guys in, all that processing starts to happen, and then we'll know more hopefully by tomorrow.
Curious, after a game like last night in the film sessions today, do you kind of focus on what happened and drill down in the fourth quarter, or do you kind of take it holistically the whole game?
I think we did, Shane, a little bit of both today. Usually it's just kind of what we did well, improvement areas on both sides of the ball. I think today was a little unique. We did a little bit of that defense, and then we talked to start of the game, end of game, and get it all out today. So then when we leave the building today, it's on to how we win the game tomorrow.
And what have you seen from Ryan the last few games, just defensively? I mean, just kind of forcing havoc out there.
Yeah, Ryan's activity's been good. I really thought that group overall there, in the third and fourth quarter, really changed the energy. Had to lead with that group out there. It's always going to start with the defense, especially with that second unit.
Coach, the transition defense feels like something that really stands out for you all. When you hear NFL coaches, they talk about the 3 phases of special teams, feels like transition in the NBA. How are you seeing some of the principles, building a wall, kind of learning to the ball, helping you all start to build your show in the ways that you want to? Just kind of go from tagging up to how you build your wall. Now you got your matchups.
Yeah, that's what you'd like it to happen. I think it does differ every night. Like last night, there was 5 guys on the perimeter. As soon as they crossed half court, that's different. We talked about the wall against Portland because they're such a good driving team. Last night, they were shooting so many threes that we had to find guys on the perimeter. That's a new piece for our centers. They're not. That's just different. You're running to the perimeter a little bit. I thought early that was part of what we watched early. Even after makes, we weren't able to kind of match up. But transition is such a big piece because it's so hard to score in the half court. We've been a good half court defense. We know teams are going to try to run on us. They know that we're tagging. There's probably some opportunities out there that they think they can get. So it's always going to be a key to how we play is our transition. Last night definitely wasn't good enough because they're a good half court team. So we would love to run on them. We couldn't just get out and do it.
Coach, only Only 3 games left before heading into the break. Kind of, what are you really wanting to see from this group in those final ones?
Yeah, just stack possessions, win the possessions. Don't let any of these opportunities go to waste. We have 3 left. We have 3 good teams coming here. Thankfully, we're at home. We got to play the right way and just keep getting better. 30 games left. But really, like, just how we can't waste any possessions. Can't let any of them go. It's really been where we've kind of been at the last handful of weeks. We got to do the same thing because these teams are good. They're competitive, just like we saw last night. That other team wants to win too. So it's going to come down to a couple of possessions here and there against good teams. That's what happened last night.
Coach, what do you like about the Spain pick and roll concept? Like, obviously, you love to run pick and roll, but specifically that y'all were a higher volume team. Like, what about that particular action do you think is something that helps to keep you in advantage off?
Middle of the floor, so you just have space on both sides. Just a little bit creating havoc for the defense. What do they really want to do, especially with our shooter there as the screener? It changes a little bit based on how they guard it. We have such elite off the dribble shooters. So if they do sink back, we'd love to stick it, shoot it. If they are up and aggressive, can we get our 5 behind and create some closeouts? Just a different way to try to create an advantage in the middle of the floor.
I think if I remember correctly, last time we played Philly, I think y'all held Tyrese in check for the first half. Just what do you kind of remember about what worked defensively in that game that can carry over tomorrow?
Just that. He's the head of the snake, so fast. Obviously, no Embiid the last time we played him. Just that, his speed, what they're able to do. They play in a ton of space, especially without Embiid. They're playing a lot of 4-round-1 just to drive it. Try to minimize or try to make him as inefficient as possible. And we had multiple guys on him that night too. I think Dylan, Ryan, and Goody had a really good stretch against him. So that'll be the plan. Do it again. We need to adjust, especially with the way Embiid always dominates the paint, gets to the free throw line. That kind of changes the geometry of our defense. Maxi's had such a good year. Their speed is always a threat, especially when he has the basketball.
Just one last thing I was curious about. How have you seen the way Mark has kind of handled maybe the, I guess inconsistent minutes that he gets maybe in the third or fourth quarters when you're going with Oso there?
Yeah, every night's a different night. We've said the entire year we love all of our bigs. We think we have great depth there. We're trying to read in game exactly what is needed to win the night. He's handled it like a pro. He's still growing. This is 4th year in the league. Those perimeter-oriented teams, I think he's taken big steps. I do think we look back on it and we're like, okay, should we have done this? Should we have done that? Yeah, that's probably part of what we thought about a lot in the last 12 hours. But he has great faith in when Oso's out there that we're going to finish and win the game. Same with Oso. He has great faith in Mark being out there and we're going to go win the game. So I think that's what's unique about this group. They have tremendous support for one another, even if there is a little competition there. It's really just for the betterment of the group and of the player getting better.
Coach, the only other thing I had was Grayson mentioned yesterday how you guys got such a good thing going. Now you're bringing in new bodies. It's almost like, let's trying to make sure that it continues to go despite bringing in new bodies. How do you weigh that, or what's that challenge? You got something good going, but you might be injecting some new stuff here.
I think these guys know. They're all professionals. They know what time of year it is. I think you look around the league, there's not many teams that just stayed completely intact. But it was a big topic for all of us when we go through the trade deadline stuff. We understand and we do appreciate what we have going on. Our guys have been able to do everything with the thought of doing it together, and they've seen the result. When we do it well together, we all benefit from it. So, that's just part of it. This is the NBA. It's a trade deadline. That stuff happens, but we have a good group. We trust our locker room. We can inject some people in there and still maintain it.
Coach, when you look at defending in the post, it feels like, especially with the switching you on do, teams try to take advantage of the size down low. The spike down steal that you see from Goody and from Dylan often, how like technique-wise, is that something that you are like, teaching them to stay out of the putting your hand in there to get a foul call? Like, is that just a way to kind of neutralize that disadvantage?
Yeah, to a certain degree. I mean, we say defend to the legal limit. Did think we got caught a little bit last night. At times, not only in the post, but on some of those reaches that ended up in free throws, and that's why you saw part of the free throw differential was we fouled them. So we want to be aggressive. We thought they were, we were passive early, and they were just moving around. Part of that was in the post. They were able to kind of roll our switches down. So it's a balance. It's a balance. We trust our guys down there in the post, and also if they need help. Again, the best defense is to take the ball and go the other way because it just helps our offense as well. So we're always trying to monitor that line. Last night, I think we went over that a couple of times. But in the second half, overall, we were better in the post.
Back to Mark. He's a bit past his career high for games in a single season now. I know coming into the season, you guys were very kind of confident in that plan for him. Just how would you say that that's gone so far, and how do you think that he's handling as well?
Yeah, great question. Major win for him. I think when he first came here and you hear about a plan of, hey, no basketball, I think that's tough for a basketball player. So major win for him. It does speak. He's such a mature adult that he owns his own development. He knew this was a big piece. It was a big piece of this year. And he's superseded any expectation we've had for him, not only as being available, but as a player. And we're so excited to see what's next. You have a full summer where you can strengthen yourself, you can be stronger and be on the court. So some of those things, I think some of that is the reps on the court too. Now he's consistently has to prepare his body for night after night. I think that's something different. We talk a lot about the back-to-backs, but we're going into a 3 and 4. Those weighing, what this possession means, knowing that I have a back-to-back coming. So all that's tremendous growth for him, and it's really a testament to what he did this summer, every day in here without being actually on the basketball court.
And then go ahead.
With Jalen kind of having the opposite injury luck this season, just how has that been on him mentally and throughout that process?
Yeah, he has maintained coming in, taking care of his business off the court. Again, it's not easy. Thankfully now he is on the court. I think at times in the initial injury and then that second one where he was off the court and couldn't get on. Now at least he gets to be on the court. But again, the next step is to play consistently, and that's where he wants to go. So he understands it, but he does have like a youthfulness to himself that I think helps him on some of these down days where you never really feel how down he is. And now the end is in sight. Like he can feel that he's very close. So that's obviously helpful. And then when he steps on the court, everyone feels kind of who he is. That's the exciting part, is when he gets out there, everyone feels it just by him being out there in New Jersey.
Another thing I had was Livers and Allen able to do anything at all?
Not today.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks.